It's currently 12:38 a.m. and Front Row Card Show Seattle is in the morning. I'll be walking the floor and buying some cards, so come with me to see what I pick up.
One tip I have for you guys is come to a show prepared with the cards you are looking for. I'm hunting for mid-era / vintage cards, sets from the EX series era. I think there's a lot of hidden gems there, stuff that's not skyrocketed like modern or older vintage cards. Two specific cards I'm hunting for are the Charmander from Dragon and Pikachu Delta species from Legend Maker. These two cards have amazing art, feature the most iconic Pokemon ever, and are secret rares. That means the population of them are super low. The Charmander in a PSA 10 is a pop of around 180 and the Pikachu is a pop 80 in a 10. Right when I saw that, I made it my mission at the show to find these cards. I was ready to pick up any copy I saw. With all that said, let's get to show day and see what we can find. My friend Silver Clash TCG and I arrived at 10 a.m. at the venue. We had the VIP tickets, meaning we could get in an hour early before general admission. That didn't really matter because hundreds of people had the same idea. We waited in a long line, but it did move quite fast, and we were in the show by 10:20. This was by far the biggest show I've ever been to so far. There were tables everywhere and a crazy amount of cards. I knew I only had 30 minutes before general admission came in and the tables would be packed. So I left my friend and started doing my rounds. I went to literally every vendor I saw asking if they had the two cards I was searching for. At first, there were no leads. All the vendors said they might have seen one at a different table, but they had no idea where. I was going around every row aimlessly until I was stopped by this one vendor who didn't have the Charmander, but showed me the Charmeleon in the same set. The Charmeleon is also a secret rare and low pop, so I picked it up in case I couldn't find the Charmander. At the same table, I met a guy beside me that was master setting Dragon. He showed me his binder and I was in awe. It sparked me up even more to try and find these cards I wanted. I continued to do my rounds and once again I was stopped by a vendor, this time to talk about the Pikachu I was searching for. Again, this vendor didn't have the specific card I wanted, but he did have the Delta species promo from the same era in his personal binder. This card looks sick and it was very similar to what I wanted. It was hard for the vendor to let it go since it was in his PC, but I offered him a strong price with this Rayquaza EX promo and I picked up both. I left the table and decided to do one last lap at the venue to try and find the cards. During my last lap, I spotted the Charizard Chase card in the same set as the Charmander in a PSA 5. I did quick research and I had the same conviction I did with the Charmander. Iconic Pokemon, low pop, sick art. I traded in some cards, added cash on top, and I was able to pick this up. The vendor also threw in a matching graded guard to go with it. Huge shout out to Professor Slowpoke. You're amazing, man.